So, good day everyone. I am Neki Rose Hinay and I will be reporting about theories on career development, specifically on the theory of Donald Super. So, our objectives here are the following: to explore Super's developmental approach to career development and its implications, to delve into Super's rainbow archway model and key Super's rainbow archway model and key psychological factors, and lastly is to determine the application of the developmental approach. So Donald Super is a key scholar in the developmental approach and was particularly noted for proposing a model of career development that was based on life stages and roles. It was built on the idea that different aspects of the career journey became more salient as an individual moved through stages of life, and that vocational maturity would be indicative of progress in that career development process. So Donald Super's lifespan theory influenced the idea that developing a sense of self and realize that you change over time is important when planning your career. The theory presents that the career process as one in which a person is confronted with various stages that he or she must undergo and complete before moving on to the next stage. Donald Super defined a career as a sequence of positions occupied by a person during the course of a lifetime, and as a series of life stages in which differing constellations of developmental tasks are encountered and dealt with. So, as we age, we experience different roles and life stages that shape our self concept, which is important to career planning, along with awareness of oneself and awareness that we change over time. So, these changes, for instance, occupational preferences that change over time because of our experiences. And it is the personal experiences that we have plus our occupational preferences that help create our self-concept. So, yun siya. So, the lifespan theory of Donald Super. So, basically, the core idea of his theory is that individuals change and develop over time, and so do their career patterns. So, we will be tackling about that, and we will uh, delve more into the roles and stages later. So, this is the Life Career Rainbow by Donald Super. So, these help us about the different roles that we play at different times in our lives. So in the figure, the life stages are shown around the edge of the rainbow, and the life roles are represented by the colored bands and the time taken up by each role that is indicated by the size of the dots in that band. So here, we all move through different stages in our lives and our careers. And just as the demands on our time in our personal lives vary, so do the demands at work. So, as we have the different roles and jump into the different stages of life, there are demands that we have to deal. And later, we'll be um, introduced and understand more of this life career rainbow, that the life roles and life stages are overlapping. And yeah, so these again are this is again the life career rainbow. Specifically, we'll be tackling the life roles. So here we have the roles the eight roles. So here every person, according to Donald Super, need not to experience all the roles and all main theaters. For example, a person who does not get married or a homemaker who is not engaged in paid work. He proposed that generally there was an order in the experience of these roles and the theaters across the life course. Nonetheless, this order is permitted both overlapping and individual variations. Further, each role was characteristically played in a designated theater. For instance, you work as you are a student. So basically, you are doing that role in a school setting. In a workplace, you are a worker. So we and this may spill over into a secondary theater because aside from being a worker, you also play a different role. For instance, you are a worker and at the same time you are a parent. So there is a spillover or there is another theater for you to act that role. And this would cause role conflict as well as be a source of enrichment of the other theater. For instance, it will provide children exposure to the parents' world of work. And um, if we will connect it into industrial psychology, um, we have this um, job rotation, and that job rotation is enrichment or enriching the employee so that he will not get bored of doing the same task all day long. So a role, according to Donald Super, that was conceptualized is or constitute is constituted of um, different factors. The first one is the own expectations, your own expectation of the role that you're acting. Second is others' expectations. The third is satisfying and the satisfactory performance. For instance, in enactment of the role. And lastly is shaping or redefining our roles and shaping the roles in accordance of our personality and preferences. A role was not fixed but may change over time because again we have this um, shaping as a factor of the role. We may be able to recreate and we may be able to redefine that role. So basically, our role change over time. Hence, there are proliferation of roles. So aside from being a student, you can actually enjoy different activities. You can have the leisure role, and you could also be a parent or a spouse, and at the same time a worker. So in these roles, there are decision points. Donald Super noted that decision points occur before and at the time of taking a new role, of giving up an old role, and of making significant changes in the nature of the existing role. So basically, it's really up to us of whether or not to give up on that role or to do simultaneous roles at the same time. Yeah, at the same time, and or to or to act another role. So we now move on to the life stages of the life career rainbow. So we have here the 5 stages: the growth, exploration, establishment, maintenance, and decline. So Donald Super structured the lifespan into a maxi cycle of life stages with approximate age periods of each stage. So when we say maxi cycle, meaning the 5 stages spread across the entire lifespan. Along with the maxi cycle, he also outlined the numerous decision points within each role across the lifespan. Central to career adaptability are the developmental tasks of the stages described by Donald Super. So, central to career adaptability are the developmental tasks of the stages described by Super. Specifically, growth, exploration, establishment, management, and disengagement. These terms um, are actually synonymous to the stages here. So the stages represent a structural account of career adaptability. So basically, the challenge here is to achieve vocational maturity and career adaptability. So when we say vocational maturity, again, it's the indicative progress of whether or not the person is able to handle the different tasks and roles. So if we take a closer look to Super's theory, we can say that he profoundly emphasized developmental and contextual approach in his theory. And when we say maxi cycle again here, these are this means that what do you call this? The stages here that has specific time frame does um, spread across the lifespan. So he also noted that these may overlap to a specific time or age period. So even you are around 50 years old, you can still explore. You can still have the growth. You can also still establish and choose a different career. So that's it. So now we have here the archway of career determinants of self-concept. So we have two pillars here, one for personal and one for situational. So personal is also a biographical factor and or a pillar, and situational is also a geographical or environmental factor that and both two influences the self-concept. Super conceptualize career determinants as an archway. As you can see, this is an archway, personal and situational determinants. Each formed one pillar of these archway. The two pillars were joined by an arc in which the central position was accorded to a self, flanked by a role self-concepts, the developmental stage. In other words, the self both connects and is based on personal and situational characteristics. Also, the self is most proximally influenced by role self-concepts in the developmental stage. So these intrapersonal and environmental factors. So when you say intrapersonal, it's about the biographical or the personal pillar here. And this is assumed to interact with each other in determining an individual's career development. So, diba, we've mentioned earlier that self-concept is important in career development. So here, what influences self-concept is personal and situational. And that's why the roles and stages are overlapping, because these two are stages and role can are just the interaction of our personal and situational, which is the roles and stages. So now we move on to the key psychological factors. So these are locus of control, self-efficacy, self-concept, and self-esteem. So when we say locus of control, it is both internal or external. So internal and external. So internal leads to proactive decision making. External may lead to difficulties. So basically, this locus of control is about proactive decision making of the person. When we say internal, it's our decision. It's something that we can control. And we say external, it's something that perhaps we may have or we may not have the control. So second is the self-efficacy. So belief in one's ability. So when we say self-efficacy, it's our belief of our ability to achieve the goals. And the sources of this self-efficacy or psychological factor is our previous successes, via careers learning, low anxiety, and support from others. So self-efficacy, if we will understand it in a broader sense, others people who have predisposition to have higher anxiety may have lower self-efficacy. So the third one is self-concept. So this pertains to how individuals view themselves and evolves over time and is linked to identity. So diba we mentioned that self-concept is really important factor in the career development. And when we say career development, there is the self-identity there that plays a very important factor as well. So lastly is self-esteem, in which value placed on oneself. It may vary across different areas. and different roles and stages that we have, for instance, in sports, in academics, in a workplace. So these may vary according to situation, if given also the fact that um, depending on our capability, if we have lower self-efficacy, um, then our self-esteem would probably be more lower as well. So the application of developmental approach. So Donald Super's theory have the right balance of certainty and uncertainty, that which is thought to be known and that which needs exploration. So like any other area of the life in this world of rapid change, the future of career is difficult to predict. So that is why we have here the lifelong career development and personalized guidance. So this is just some of the application that I've researched. So a lifelong career development here, viewing career development as an ongoing process is important. So this may be relevant to Donald Super's theory that is developmental in nature because it captures all of the developmental stages. Also, the personalized guidance. So, tailoring career counseling to individual needs, acknowledging that development doesn't strictly follow set of stages. Again, we've mentioned that Donald Super's theory, stages and roles are overlapping. Diba? We can still grow even we're already 50 years old, 40 years old. There's still growth there. It's not only about maintenance or establishment. Establishment can also be gradually formed into growth or into younger years, right? So tailoring career counseling to individual needs is really important because it's yeah, from the word itself, tailoring, it will somehow ma-pair siya to the needs and to the capability of the person. So that mas better ang iyang efficiency. The person will have effective and be more productive to his or her workplace or career. So that's it. So some writers like Edwards and Story have suggested that the change is so prevalent and rapid that the whole notion of a career with progression up a hierarchy is outdated, and that in our post-modern society, flexible workers are needed. And that is why we have here the lifelong career development and personalized guidance. So thank you very much for listening, and these are my references.